Hello, all business little folks. Thank you for all your love and support and questions on this series. So, today I'm going to talk about a use case for ChatGPT, and I want ChatGPT to write my email bodies. So, if you haven't seen the email series, go back and check the email series because we have covered a lot of scenarios there, right? I'm just going to add one more scenario for email bodies into our email in the repo that we have. And this time we'll ask ChatGPT that can it write my email bodies. So hopefully that's interesting. And I'm pretty sure you are smarter than me. You can find out other scenarios where you can use ChatGPT or OpenAI services. But this is the example that I could have thought of. So I'm utilizing this example to explain you how you can utilize the power of ChatGPT to write your email bodies. Okay? So without wasting further time, let's get into it. So if you remember, in our repo, which is publicly available on GitHub, the link is in the pinned comment of this video or every video where we talk about these things. There is a custom email scenarios where we did add a option on the purchase order page to send custom emails. When you get into this, you see that there are different options. Like you can choose, do you want to use the old legacy email item or do you want to use the email message? And then based on your choice, the different methods are called, which then again give you more options to choose what kind of body you want. You can have body from basic email body to HTML email body to detail HTML and even the word layout. What we'll try to do is we'll try to add one more option here to generate the body from our ChatGPT code that we have written in this series. Hopefully that's interesting. Let's start and get into it. So let's add one more option here. AI email body. Okay, and as I said that there are two methods, so I'll just copy this string as it is, the option is string, and add it into my other method also down here with email message. So whatever option you are using, you can then use this. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add one more option here to set the email body text, which will be my option number 5. And in this, I'll just copy this. Okay, let's copy this as it is for now, and we'll change it as we need it. Okay. So now the set body text was calling this. I'll just change this to call something else. And in the same way, I'm going to utilize the 5 here to be a part here. And I can then add copy this method as it is, and we'll call that create method. And then instead of doing this is subject, this is the body, we'll get something else here. Okay. So now we know that we need the email body for purchase header or purchase orders that we are sending emails for, and we'll see how we can do that. Because it's related to AI, I'll place that method in this code unit, and we'll call it it's a global procedure, so we'll call it here. So let's define a procedure and make it global, and we'll need a purchase header here because we might utilize it somewhere, right? Okay, record purchase header. Okay, the method that we'll name the method as whatever the methods that we are naming till now, which is generate purchase order email body. Okay, from ChatGPT. Okay, now this method is in this code unit, so let's create a variable of this here so that we don't have to get into details of it. I was calling it from here, and that was a local method, and same here was a local object. So let me call it as open AI mgmt of that code unit, The scenario, the reason why I chose this scenario is pretty simple, because this is the area where you can review what's going away, what's going out, right? And that is very important at this point. I think as much as I would want to rely on ChatGPT to do certain things, I think it still need human intervention to kind of verify that whatever it's generating is true, right? So I am not, I don't, I'm not saying that I don't like the idea of ChatGPT, but what I'm saying right now is, as Microsoft projects it, it's a, uh, it's an assistance. It gives you, it can act as a co-pilot. It cannot, you can't let it drive your vehicle, right? It can help you to navigate through, but it is not someone who will be able to drive by itself. So wherever the areas you think where a human intervention will be required after the AI suggests something, that's the area that you can think of using ChatGPT over there, right? So I'm using it here to kind of generate the email body from here or here. So the addition of the code part in this code is done, and now let's get into it and try to decipher it here. So how we are doing it, let's understand it from a very simple perspective. We were getting the company information, we were getting the purchase order, and then this was a hard-coded text, more or less. We'll take the same reference here also, and what we'll do is we'll say, okay, so now we have the purchase header, which we need, which we have the document detail that this is the purchase order, and the vendor is supposed to be getting an email out of it, right? What we are doing, we'll just copy this, the company information, because we'll also need the company details in that email. We would love to have those. Now in this scenario, we had a case statement, and let's keep that as it is at this moment. Here also, just to keep it simple. And then somewhere it is ending, so let's end this. And the idea is that you can generalize it for other document type if needed, if your requirement kind of switches towards that side. Now this is the area where you need to start thinking how you start using ChatGPT. A ChatGPT can respond you based on input, based on a new model or old model, and the response that it receives. So whenever you call this method, you just need to define these three variables and it'll do the magic. And that's what we have done in the whole series that created this method so that it can respond to our request, right? So let's try to save this. Let's see if it compiles. It's giving some compile time issues, but I don't hope that there are any issues at this point. But let's wait for it. Let me just reload this for a while. Okay, so here we are. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an input string in a way that I'm explaining ChatGPT what I need. And once I have that input string built in, I will pass it to this method and it should respond me with a response. So what I'm going to do is I'll create the same variable here, which is here. Okay, and then let's also create a response because that's coming back to me. Okay. Now in the input string, I'll just define that input string. What I want to call input string is something like this. Write an email with the professional language, and this is called prompt engineering. So as better as your prompt will be, as better as kind of responses you'll get. Okay, what else should I write? Where our company is requesting a vendor who is updating a vendor, maybe vendor, and then I can use placeholders maybe, and I'll maybe do it in a text variable. That's easier, right? Let's do a label. That'll be easy, I guess. Input label is a label, and the label is defined something like this, and then I'll use it to kind of replace things. Write an email with professional language where our company is updating a vendor, and I'll pass the vendor number or name about a order or regarding a order. My English is not that good. And order percentage 2, which is my order number. Okay, what else? With 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 items, or no, that will not be the. Write an email with professional language where our company is updating a vendor regarding an order that need to be processed. Our company address detail are our company address is percentage 1, and let's see what we were passing earlier. We'll just utilize the same set. Okay, there's a lot of details, so let's utilize them as it is. Okay, let me put it here just for the time being, so I can use that. And regarding, okay, is our company name is and address is, and you can keep on giving it as much as information that you want, right? And let's say email, and company email is percentage 3. I should be using comma here, hopefully. So this becomes my kind of text that I want. What I want, write an this is what is going to ChatGPT. Write an email with professional language where our company is updating a vendor. This is percentage 1 regarding an order which need to be processed. Our company address detail, our company name is percentage 3. Our address is percentage 4. Company and company. Okay, I missed it here. I should have printed a comma here and an and here. And company email is percentage 5. So what I'm saying, I'll set these parameters and then you utilize these parameters to convert to it. So now what I'm going to do is copy string, or is it copy string? No, substitute string. Where is my substitute string? Okay, and then I'm passing input label, and let's start changing the parameters. The vendor name, which I'll get from purchase header. So I'll pass purchase header. Come on. It doesn't like me. Maybe because of this. Let me comment this out. Okay, double line comment. Okay. Purchase header dot I should be getting the name here, and this is what we use, right? If I'm not wrong, let's see. Let me just save this for a while, comment this for a while, because my compiler is not responding at this moment. But the idea is that I'll convert these percentage 1 to the actual values, and then we'll utilize it to kind of pass that info back to our vendor. So I'm passing name for sure. Okay, let's see. This is compiled. Now let's try to do the substitute string. Okay, and the value that I'm passing is where I'm replacing string is this, And the values that I'm passing is purchase header dot buy from vendor name. Okay. My second is order number. So my purchase header dot number. Okay. My third is company name, address and email. So I'll just pass company name. Okay. Company address, which is defined on my company information, and my company email, which is here. Okay. Now, emails have been pain. The email bodies are tough to write, as we have learned in the last series. Yes, they are flexible enough, you can do different things to make sure that happens. But the idea here is that ChatGPT understands the prompt that I'm sending and gives me a beautiful email body. Now, once I've set the input here, I'm good here. And then what I can do is I can call the get response from ChatGPT and pass my input, which I'm defined here. The new model is set to true. I like that model, and the response is what I'm getting back from it. And then I'll exit my response, which then will get appended into my email body. Hopefully this works. I haven't tried it out, to be very frank, but I'm super excited to see how it reacts to the scenario that I'm trying to test it with, right? So let's try to publish this and see what happens. Okay. Are you thinking about something crazy that's gonna happen? Let's see what ChatGPT brings into the picture and how whatever we have learned till now in AI or OpenAI is can be actually used in one of the situations. Now, if you have dealt with email bodies and all, you know how complex it is and how there are options available. But if this one line of code of building a prompt can build an email body for me, I guess that will be beautiful. We can surely work on our prompt and make it better, but that will be interesting. So let's see. Purchase orders. Okay. Let's pick order. Okay. Our vendor name is Fabricam Inc. And then my company information will be there, hopefully. So let's see. Purchase order email. I can use any of these, but let's use the new one. Okay. AI email body. That's it. Okay. Now what I'll do is go ahead and make a call to OpenAI endpoint as we have clicked OK. Get the body based on the prompt that we are setting, based on the code that we have written in the series all the time, and then convert that and put it on my email body. So it seems it's working. Let's see what happens. Okay. See, a nice, beautiful email. Not that good, but let's see. Dear Fabricon Inc., we hope this email finds you well. We are writing to inform you that our company, and it doesn't give the name, has recently received an order. No. From your esteemed organization, we acknowledge the importance of processing this order promptly, and we assure you will do everything in our we will do everything in our power to meet requirement. Our customer address is okay. This doesn't sound like a nice email. Maybe we need to do something else in our input string. As we kind of validate it, it kind of gets better and better, right? Now, if you notice that that email was not in a nice look and feel because it was not looking like an HTML email. And the beauty is that you can tell your ChatGPT that write a email in HTML format. Okay, with professional languages, with professional language, and let's change the prompt and see what happens. Um, regarding a professional language, regarding an order percentage 2. Let's put it first. Regarding an order percentage 2 to a vendor. To a vendor, this requesting company, maybe seller, we are the buyer, vendor. Vendor is selling his stuff, we are buying from vendor. Buyer information or buyer company name is this, and then the buyer company address is this. Let's try this out, let's see what happens. And buyer company email is this. And we just have tweaked the prompt that we want it to process, right? And hopefully with this prompt we'll get different reply. So remember that we have asked it to kind of understand our requirement from an HTML perspective. We want a body with HTML tags so that then our code that we have written to process HTML is also supported. So that should make the life a little bit simpler. Hopefully that happens. Let's go back into our purchase order screen. And once we are on the purchase order screen, let's pick up an order. Okay, let's pick this one this time. And let's hit the purchase order email. Let's do email message. It hardly matters what you choose, AI email body at this point. Now what's happening again is going back to ChatGPT and saying I need a email body where the vendor name is X, where the company who's requesting it is this, the order number is 106002, and come up with an email body that helps me to kind of send that out to my customer, to my vendor in this case. Okay, didn't turn up to be HTML, which is surprising a little bit. But dear first up consultant, I hope this one email we at buyer company name would like you to express our opinion and all and all and all. Okay. And I may not be that great in prompt engineering, but I guess you get the idea, right? Thank you for delivering our recent order in a timely manner. We are thrilled with the quality. Should we try the old one? Let's see the old one. Let's see what happens with the old one once. Does it do the magic? If I just turn this flag to false, now it will utilize the old model that we have. Write an email in HTML format. We did say that. I don't know why it kind of rejected the idea, but let's use the old one. Maybe it understand what we are saying in the old model. Hopefully. And if not, we'll figure out a way. But I'm pretty sure that if you ask ChatGPT to write something in an email format, in an HTML format, it does support that request. So here, at this point, let me go to the purchase order and let's pick the third one this time. And I'm just trying with the new one so that I can see what kind of responses it's sending, but that's okay. Email message, AI email body, click OK. And okay, now it's a pretty small one. It says their vendor name. The email is regarding our order, our company. Okay, address is, and it does not list down the address and the name. Did I forgot to do the, wait a minute, did I forgot to do the get? Maybe I did. Okay, yes, I forgot. See, I can be wrong at most of the time. So let's do the get here. And let's try to pass this time. Now the old model email bodies are looking pretty nice than the new one for sure. But it is still not generating an HTML. which is my biggest worry because I have set it in HTML format. Okay, maybe I need to add a comma so that it kind of breaks the sequence of the words that it is reading. Write an email, and let's add a comma here also so that it understand it breaks these words like human do, right, with a comma in HTML format with this regarding an order to a vendor by a company name is this. Okay, let's get into it. Let's see how these commas will make sense later, but right now let's do purchase order. Let's pick the fourth one at this time, and let's do the purchase order email item, yeah, email body. Click OK, and now it should kind of go ahead and show me. So now it shows there whatever the vendor name is. This is to confirm that our order placed on with you on August 8, Kronos USA is the buyer company and our address is this. We are looking forward to receiving the order as earliest. Please let us know when we can expect the shipment and any other details such as tracking number. We can be reached out via email at this email address. Thank you for your prompt attention and Kronos USA. This looks like a beautiful email. This seriously looks like a nice email generated by ChatGPT. Thank you, ChatGPT. I guess the only thing that is left for me is when it'll send me the HTML one because that will solve all my problems. And I guess that all boils down to how good you are at asking questions to ChatGPT. If you're pretty good at it, it'll give you pretty good results. If you're bad like me, as I'm doing it right now, it'll give me foolish answers or formatting or options that I'm sending. So it's all about what kind of questions you are asking. If you're asking intelligent, good questions, right, it'll give you a good response. So now let's see what happens when I just added those commas into it. Okay, let's pick the next one this time. Let's try to call the purchase order email, which then goes to email message and email body. Hopefully this time it's HTML. I'm able to kind of train this and no, it is not. The only HTML thing that I'm looking at it right now is that it breaks it into lines, which is still nice, right? That it understands that there's a line break here. It doesn't bold stuff and all, but I can actually do that. Can I? No, I cannot manipulate the output of ChatGPT. Okay, so the old one kind of looks better, but for the last time, let's just try with the new one, and then we'll leave it at that. So let me try this to be true, and let's publish it last time. So what we are trying to achieve is being good at this line number 32. If you're great at that line number 32, if you can write what you want exactly, it'll be a win-win situation, I think, as we are getting these pretty nice one from the old one. I'm pretty sure the new model can do great things. It's only depends on what kind of prompts you are sending it. So let's do the fabric and ink. Okay, let's try doing the purchase order email. Let's email message. Let's set email body, and let's hit OK. Now because it's a new model, you kind of go into detail of whatever the info that you have and try to give you the best possible answer, but then it depends again at the end of the day on your prompt. Here it is. Now it's not respecting the line that I've written around my HTML formatting, but it says, dear vendor, I hope this email finds you better, which is a typical line that it is using on each of the email with the new model. And I'm writing to inquire about the status of our recent order. On behalf of this, we would like to appreciate an update, expected delivery date, when we expect our location, we have the deadline and project timeline to adhere to it. As such, we kindly request you to expedite it. As a reminder, our company address is this and correspondence directly to the location. We appreciate your attention. And at the end, it kind of leaves it blank for you here, your name as Kronos USA. It does say your name, but so my summary around it at this point when we have done it is yes, it can be utilized. It just need a better person than me for sure, who can write a good label here. And if I find something else, I'll add it into the pinned comment. Just change the line number 32 to that and see what kind of emails I get. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to ChatGPT and ask these questions to it and see what kind of makes sense to it. But hopefully you get the idea. The idea here is to build a good input string. And if you can build a good input string of the question that you want to ask ChatGPT, it'll give you that kind of output. Now, is there another scenario that you can think of in your head where we can use the ChatGPT? If yes, just add that into the comment section, and I'll be happy to give it a try for you if needed. Or if you give it a try yourself, let me know. I'll be I'll be happy to see and learn from you guys as you start doing things. So you know the drill. If you think this was useful, hit the like button. The source code is available on GitHub for anybody to download and utilize it. If you think others will get value out of it and they will have better use cases of this scenario, then do hit the share button and let the knowledge being shared with the community. And if you haven't, please do subscribe to the channel. That helps us to understand how we are doing and what kind of videos you are liking. I religiously read each and every comment that you add onto these videos. I might be delayed in your request, but I guarantee you that I'll come back and fulfill the questions that you have into the comments. Till then, have a great day, and I'll see you sooner than later on the next series that we are going to talk about. Maybe something about AI or something else. But stay connected, stay focused, keep learning, and I'll see you soon.